Well, you know what was also shocking to me is the fact that Mahershala Ali, this is his first
Yes,
starring
his
role.
first starring film role, which is
I mean, he has
insane,
two
right? Like
Oscars.
20 plus years.
Yeah, he
It's
has two
crazy.
Oscars. I mean,
Yep.
it's only him and Denzel that have two Oscars.
I know, it's
Only two black men
crazy.
that have two Oscars, and it's him and Denzel. I mean, he's an incredibly powerful actor. But and I think that's probably the reason why you guys formed this production company, so that he can have more starring roles. So let's talk a little bit about the
Yeah, but
business
you know
of
what? It's not
Hollywood
even
and
just, yeah, and sorry to cut you off. And it's not even just that, right? Because the way, when Mahershala decided to start No Wonder with his wife Amatus, like one of the things that attracted me to wanting to work with them was that they were just thinking about just multifaceted character roles for our
hmm
community, and whether that means that Mahershala will star in some of them. Like we just sold a project to Onyx and Hulu called The Plot, and
yeah.
that was a straight to series order. It's going to be a limited series, and we got really excited about that. And yes, Mahershal's
Congrats.
going to star. Thank you, Mahershal's going to star in that. But I think more than anything, they just wanted to create a production company that we can really just find more projects that are not, so many of what Hollywood likes to greenlight were either victims or were extraordinary. And there's not
Yeah.
enough of the mundane, as Mahershala likes to say, just the regular everyday life, just living and existing. And so a lot of what, we want to do with No Wonder is just to, sort of tell a lot of those really strong character driven stories that unfortunately there's, we don't really get to do a lot of them. We just don't.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
much talk as there been, especially with everything that's gone on the past 2 years, and people talking about we need more stories. And yes, there are a lot more of our community that are in Hollywood and working, but we're still not in the positions that can actually greenlight films. We're still not like doing things like enough, whether it's production design or costume design or
hmm
editors or line producers. There's so many jobs that we don't exist in, and there's still so much work to do that I think all of us that are lucky enough and are privileged enough to be in these rooms and these spaces in Hollywood where we get to create, I think we're all really mindful of trying to bring in as many people with us as possible and to
Yes.
use our voice to make sure that this is not a trend. Diversity,
Right.
and even that word is even, can be problematic sometimes.
Problematic.
But,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, it's like I just think I've always felt a responsibility in my work always to make sure that my community is valued, and not only because not just to ourselves but to the world at large,
hmm
because our stories are universal stories,
They are
are
universal
stories that
stories.
anyone can relate to, right? Like, and I think that's something that we just have to keep like shouting from the mountaintops anytime we get an opportunity to do
Yeah.
so.